Listen to me right now. Stop scrolling. Check your pocket now because what I'm about to tell you could literally change everything you think you know about loose change. Do not spend these coins. I'm serious. These coins equal hidden wealth, silent fortune, serious money. People are accidentally spending life-changing opportunities every single day and they have no idea. Dirty old coins. Big mistake. Old coins equal big treasure, and nobody talks about these. Secret collectors want them. Collectors are fighting behind closed doors, and real auction shock is happening quietly. These change everything. You could be holding a fortune right now. Rare coins equal big money, and some tiny detail makes these rare. Stay with me till the end because each next coin gets bigger, rarer, more shocking, and more dangerous. Do not spend these coins. Check these coins. This is not fiction. The first Roosevelt dime that changes everything. Coin number 1. Now listen closely because this coin is special and ignoring it could cost you a silent fortune. The 1967 Roosevelt dime without a mint mark, wearing that dark black layer from years of circulation, is one of the most dangerous coins to overlook in U.S. history. At first glance, it looks tired, dirty, almost worthless. That's exactly why people lose it. That blackened surface, that circulated look, that quiet presence in your palm is the disguise. This is hidden treasure. This is quiet wealth hiding in plain sight. And once you understand what year 1967 really meant for America, your stomach is going to drop. 1967 was not a calm year. America was under pressure. Inflation was crushing households. Gas lines were still fresh in people's minds. Interest rates were climbing and trust in the system was thin. Money moved fast. Coins were used hard, spent fast, ignored completely. The mint was under stress to produce massive quantities, pushing machines harder, rushing output, caring more about speed than perfection. And that is exactly when rare coins are born. Not when things are calm, but when the system is strained. That pressure leaves fingerprints on metal, and this dime carries those fingerprints. The Roosevelt dime design itself already carries emotional weight. Created to honor Franklin D. Roosevelt, a symbol of strength through crisis, this coin was never meant to be flashy. It was meant to be dependable, quiet, and strong. The torch on the reverse stands for liberty. The olive branch for peace, the oak branch for strength, and in 1967 those symbols hit differently. America needed strength. It needed stability. These dimes were moving constantly through stressed hands, through gas stations, grocery stores, bus fares. They lived hard lives. Now pick one up and feel it. It's small, yes, but it has presence. That solid feel between your fingers, that thin edge, that familiar weight that you felt 1,000 times without thinking. The diameter fits perfectly into your muscle memory. The thickness is subtle, the balance precise. And yet this exact coin in this exact year without a mint mark carries a secret that collectors obsess over. That missing mint mark is not a typo. It's a quiet scream. It means something went wrong, something slipped through, something wasn't caught. Those are the coins that become legends. That black layer on the surface is not dirt to experts. It's history, it's originality, it's survival. It tells collectors this coin hasn't been scrubbed, polished, or destroyed by human impatience. Never clean this coin. Cleaning kills value instantly. Original tunning matters. That dark antique look is proof this dime lived an honest life and came out intact. Survival like that is rare. Most were destroyed by cleaning, abuse, or melted into forgettable nothing. This one stayed real. And here's where it gets dangerous to ignore. In circulated condition with original surfaces intact, these dimes are hunted. Collectors don't brag about owning them. They don't flip them fast. They hold them. They lock them away. When one shows up at auction, the room goes quiet. Bidding isn't loud. It's aggressive, calculated, determined. Aggressive, calculated, determined. Because everyone in that room knows there are fewer every year. Demand is rising and supply is shrinking fast. This detail changes everything. Collectors examine the tiniest things: the texture of the fields, the sharpness of Roosevelt's profile, the way the light breaks across that dark surface, the absence of the mint mark where it should be. These are not casual buyers. These are people who understand that this coin represents a moment in time when the system cracked just enough to let a fortune slip through. And this is where I say it clearly. Do not spend this coin. Do not clean this coin. Do not assume it's ordinary. Professional grading is critical. One bad decision destroys everything. Patience is golden here. Rushing is how silent fortunes disappear forever. Today, this single dime carries a market value of $156,000. Let that sink in. Not because it's shiny, not because it's big, but because it's rare, original, misunderstood, and dangerously easy to lose. This is hidden wealth. This is serious money. This is a life-changing opportunity people are throwing away every day without even realizing it. So check your pocket, check your change jar, check that old drawer. Stay till the end of this series because what comes next is even bigger, even rarer, and even more shocking. The next coin makes this one look safe to ignore. And trust me, you do not want to be the person who spends it. Coin number 2, do not move. Do not skip. Let's go forward to the 1984 Roosevelt dime with the distinctive P mint mark is not merely pocket change. It represents a pivotal moment in American numismatic history, capturing the interest of serious collectors and investors alike. As the inaugural year, the United States Mint formally introduced the P mint mark for Philadelphia on dimes. This coin carries a unique narrative and scarcity that elevates it far beyond its face value. In 2026, its demand continues to surge, fueled by a growing appreciation for modern key dates and a competitive market where high-grade examples become increasingly elusive. This dime is a cornerstone for any collection focusing on late 20th century American coinage, serving as a tangible piece of minting evolution that resonates with both historical purists and speculative buyers. To understand its significance, one must revisit the context of 1984. The Philadelphia Mint, historically silent by not placing a mint mark on coins for decades, began a new practice that year by adding the P to dimes. This shift was part of a broader, deliberate effort by the U.S. Mint to standardize mint mark usage and aid collectors and the public in identifying a coin's origin. The 1984 P dime, therefore, is a transitional piece, marking the end of an era for unmarked Philadelphia coinage and the start of a new, standardized chapter. It was minted against a backdrop of economic recovery and technological advancement in minting processes, yet it retains a connection to the classic Roosevelt design that honors a president who guided the nation through profound crisis. Visually, the coin follows the enduring design by John R. Sinek, featuring a left-facing profile of Franklin D. Roosevelt on the obverse, a tribute initiated in 1946 shortly after his death. The reverse displays the iconic Torch of Liberty flanked by an olive branch and an oak branch, symbols of peace and strength. What sets the 1984 P apart is the crisp, small P mint mark located just above the date on the obverse, a detail that seems minor but is historically monumental. In pristine, uncirculated condition, the coin's luster is sharp and satiny, with fully struck details on Roosevelt's hair and the torch's flames. The surfaces, when preserved correctly, show a brilliant cartwheel sheen that is highly prized. The rarity of the 1984 P dime is not defined by a minuscule mintage. In fact, millions were struck, but rather by the extreme scarcity of examples preserved in top-tier grades. The vast majority entered circulation, suffering from bag marks, wear, and environmental damage. Consequently, finding a specimen graded MS66 or higher by services like PCGS or NGC is a significant challenge. The population reports reveal a steep decline in available coins at these elite levels, creating a supply bottleneck that intensely drives demand. This condition rarity is the primary engine of its numismatic value, as collectors compete for the finest survivors. In today's market, a 1984 Roosevelt dime in certified MS66 condition consistently commands prices between $1,800 and $2,500. Higher-grade specimens that reach the coveted MS67 level have been known to fetch amounts from $4,000 to $5,200 in major auction houses, with peaks occasionally brushing $5,800 for superb surfaces and exceptional eye appeal. These values are not static. They reflect a steady appreciation trend as more collectors pursue the modern series in earnest. The price is a direct function of quality, with each incremental point on the grading scale causing a substantial jump in worth. For the astute collector, authentication and grading by a premier service are non-negotiable steps. The difference between an uncertified coin and one slabbed as MS66 can mean thousands of dollars. When examining a potential purchase, focus on luster first. It should be vibrant and uninterrupted. Check for contact marks on Roosevelt's cheek and the high points of the torch, as these are critical areas for graders. The mint mark should be clearly defined and centered. It is advisable to source coins from reputable dealers or established auction platforms with verified pedigrees. Proper storage is paramount to preserving value. These coins should be housed in inert, archival quality holders, kept in a stable environment with controlled temperature and humidity. Avoid direct handling. Even the oils from skin can eventually degrade the surface. For acquisition, patience is a virtue. Building relationships within numismatic communities can provide access to private sales before coins hit the open market. Setting up alerts with auction houses for specific grades can also yield opportunities. The historical weight of this coin cannot be overstated. It is a direct link to a specific policy change at the U.S. Mint, a permanent shift in how coins were identified. For a collector, owning a superb example is like holding a piece of that administrative history, a moment frozen in metal. It connects the long tradition of Philadelphia minting, dating back to the 1790s, with the modern era of collectability. From an investment perspective, the 1984 dime offers a compelling case. Its value is underpinned by a clear historical narrative and a tangible scarcity in high grade. Unlike some speculative assets, its worth is supported by robust population data and an active, liquid market of passionate collectors. It represents a blend of numismatic scholarship and financial acumen, appealing to those who appreciate both narrative and numbers. Newer collectors might initially overlook this coin, focusing on older silver issues, but seasoned numismatists recognize the 1984 as a modern classic. It serves as an excellent entry point into the world of condition rarity, teaching the crucial lesson that grade is everything. It also completes the Roosevelt dime set in a meaningful way, as one cannot have a full mintmark collection without this inaugural issue. The artistic merit, while subtle, is significant in high relief. On a perfectly struck MS67 specimen, the details of Sinek's design are remarkably intricate, showcasing the skill of the mint's engravers during a period of mechanical precision. The coin's aesthetic appeal lies in its flawless fields and the contrast they create with the raised devices, a beauty best appreciated under magnification. Market trends indicate a bullish outlook for such key modern coins. As generational wealth transfers and more collectors enter the hobby with an interest in the coins of their youth, demand for pristine examples from the 1980s is projected to strengthen. The 1984 dime is positioned at the forefront of this trend, likely to see its value brackets adjust upward over the coming decade. When considering an acquisition, one must evaluate the coin's eye appeal beyond its technical grade. Two coins with the same MS66 rating can have different market values based on tunning, strike, and overall presentation. A coin with attractive, natural golden amber toning around the edges might carry a premium over a brilliant white one, adding another layer to its collectability. In conclusion, the 1984 P. Roosevelt dime is far more than 10 cents. It is a landmark issue, a study in condition rarity, and a testament to the evolving identity of American coinage. Its appeal spans from historians to investors, all drawn to its unique story and market performance. For the discerning collector, securing a high-grade example is not just an acquisition. It is an investment in a piece of minting heritage that promises to hold and grow its significance and its value for generations to come. With current values solidly situated in the $2,000 to $5,800 range for top-grade examples, it stands as a serious and respected component of a modern numismatic portfolio. Among the vast ocean of modern American coinage, the 1995 Roosevelt dime from the Denver Mint occupies a uniquely compelling and paradoxical position. To the untrained eye, it is indistinguishable from the billions of other dimes produced in the late 20th century, a common piece of pocket change. Yet, within the sophisticated world of numismatics, this specific issue has ignited fervent collector pursuit and commanded astonishing market valuations. Its appeal is not rooted in ancient history or precious metal content, but in a perfect storm of conditional scarcity, a celebrated mint era, and its role as a cornerstone for advanced series collections. The demand for pristine, high-grade examples and dramatic era varieties has transformed this otherwise ordinary-seeming coin into a modern classic, a testament to how perception and preservation can utterly redefine an object's worth. The historical context of the 1995 D dime is framed by a period of immense technological transition and massive output at the U.S. Mint. By the mid-1990s, the coinage process was highly automated, with Denver and Philadelphia producing billions of circulating coins annually to meet commercial demand. The Roosevelt dime series itself, begun in 1946, was approaching its 50th anniversary, solidifying its status as a familiar and enduring fixture of American currency. There was no special commemoration attached to the 1995 date. Its production was purely routine. This very ordinariness is a critical part of its story. Because it was viewed as just another coin, very few individuals set aside examples in pristine, uncirculated condition directly from the bank. Most entered circulation immediately, destined for wallets, cash registers, and vending machines, where they sustained wear and damage. This widespread dispersal and subsequent attrition of quality specimens is what later created the opportunity for rarity. The coin's design is the familiar Adolph A. Weinman portrait of President Franklin D. Roosevelt on the obverse, paired with the torch, olive branch, and oak branch on the reverse, a design symbolic of liberty, peace, and strength. Struck on a clad planchet of copper-nickel over a pure copper core, it measures 17.91 min diameter. What makes the 1995 D visually special, particularly to a specialist, are the precise details of that reverse design in high grades. The full torch lines, the vertical striations within the torch's depiction, must be sharply defined and completely separated. On the olive branch, the individual leaves and berries require bold, clear definition. A fully struck example exhibits remarkable depth and dimensionality, a quality often missing from later, more softly struck issues. This emphasis on strike quality turns the coin from a simple carrier of a design into a miniature work of sculptural art, where every minute detail contributes to its grade and, consequently, its market value. The rarity of the 1995 D dime in a numismatic sense is almost entirely a function of condition and the presence of a specific era. With a mintage of over 1.3 billion pieces, it is phenomenally common in circulated grades. However, the population of examples surviving in gem uncirculated condition, MS65 and above, is surprisingly low. When submitted to grading services, Coins that achieve the lofty heights of MS67 or MS68 represent a tiny fraction of the original mintage, as the vast majority were never preserved with such care. This creates a significant condition rarity. Furthermore, the coin is famous for the 1995 doubled die reverse variety, one of the most significant and visually dramatic doubled die errors of the modern clad era. On this variety, the doubling is exceptionally prominent on the reverse elements, particularly the words "one dime" and the branches, creating a distinct shadowing effect visible to the naked eye. This error variety is famously scarce, with only a small number of authenticated examples known to exist. The market value for a standard 1995 dime in circulated condition remains face value. However, the market bifurcates dramatically for premium examples. A truly superb gem uncirculated coin, graded MS67 by a service like PCGS or NGC, can consistently command a price between $1,200 and $2,500. The value is driven by registry set collectors competing to assemble the finest possible Roosevelt dime series, where the 1995 in top condition is a notorious condition census key. For the celebrated doubled die reverse variety, prices enter an entirely different stratum. Even a well-circulated example of this error can sell for over $1,500**, as the error itself is the primary driver. A mint state example of the 1995 DDR, depending on its specific grade and eye appeal, can see auction results ranging from $3,800 to well over $6,000. The record prices are reserved for those rare coins that combine the dramatic error with flawless gem mint state preservation. For collectors seeking to acquire a significant 1995 dime, a strategic and educated approach is paramount. The first rule is to prioritize certification. Any coin presented as a high-grade gem, or especially the doubled die reverse, must be encapsulated by PCGS or NGC. These slabs guarantee authenticity, protect the coin, and precisely define its grade, which is essential for such a condition-sensitive issue. When examining raw coins, use a 5x to 10x loupe to carefully inspect the reverse for the distinctive doubling on the lettering and branches if hunting the error variety. For high-grade examples, scrutinize the surfaces under strong light for any hairlines, bag marks, or imperfections that would preclude a top grade. Storage is critical. Any acquired coin should be kept in a climate-stable environment away from direct handling. Building a relationship with reputable numismatic dealers who specialize in modern coinage or variety errors is an excellent strategy for acquisition. Major auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers regularly feature high-grade Roosevelt dimes and error coins, providing transparent price discovery through public bidding. Engaging with online numismatic communities and forums can also provide valuable insights into market trends and potential buying opportunities, though caution and verification are always advised. For most collectors, pursuing a certified example, even if it represents a significant investment, is far safer than gambling on a raw coin that may have hidden problems. In conclusion, the 1995 Roosevelt dime embodies the modern numismatic paradox where extreme commonality and exceptional rarity coexist. Its significance is not historical but collectible, born from the meticulous pursuit of perfection and the enduring fascination with minting mistakes. For the advanced collector, it represents a pivotal and often expensive hurdle in the quest for a top-tier Roosevelt set. For the variety enthusiast, it offers one of the most iconic and valuable errors of the late 20th century. Its aesthetic appeal in gem condition is undeniable, showcasing the full intent of the designer's work. As a tangible asset, its value is supported by robust, demonstrable demand within a dedicated collecting niche, ensuring its status as a modern numismatic prize with strong potential for sustained appreciation. It is a coin that teaches a powerful lesson. Sometimes, the greatest treasures are not the oldest or the rarest in mintage, but those that achieved perfection against all odds in an era of mass production. In the world of modern numismatics, where value is often dictated by precious metal content or ancient history, the 1999 Roosevelt dime from the Philadelphia Mint stands as a breathtaking anomaly. This coin, seemingly just another piece of late 20th century pocket change, has achieved legendary status and commands prices that rival those of classic rarities. Its immense appeal stems not from a general rarity, but from the existence of a specific, almost fantastical minting error that represents one of the most dramatic and valuable mistakes in recent U.S. mint history. For error coin specialists and deep-pocketed collectors, the 1999 P dime is a holy grail, a tangible piece of minting lore that continues to captivate the market with its story and staggering valuations. The historical context of this coin is intertwined with a pivotal moment of transition at the United States Mint. The year 1999 was one of intense preparation for the new millennium, most notably marked by the introduction of the golden dollar coin, which would feature Sacagawea beginning in the year 2000. The Philadelphia Mint, one of the nation's primary production facilities, was simultaneously running production lines for the ongoing Roosevelt dime series and preparing new dies and processes for the forthcoming dollar coin. This period of overlapping production schedules and logistical complexity created a narrow, perfect window for a catastrophic minting error. The 1999 P dime was thus produced in an environment of routine output overshadowed by impending change, a quiet historical footnote that would later explode in numismatic significance due to a profound mechanical failure. The standard 1999 P dime possesses the classic design elements that had defined the series since 1946. Adolph A. Weinman's left-profile portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt on the obverse, and the torch flanked by olive and oak branches on the reverse, symbolizing liberty, peace, and victory. It is struck on a standard copper-nickel clad planchet, measuring 17.91 in diameter. In flawless mint state condition, the coin's value lies in the sharpness of its strike, particularly the full separation of the torch's vertical lines and the intricate details of the wreath. However, what makes certain 1999 P dimes visually special transcends this design entirely, as the most valuable specimens bear this familiar imagery on a completely alien canvas. The overwhelming rarity associated with the 1999 P dime centers exclusively on a specific error type, the wrong planchet, or mule error, where a dime was struck on a planchet intended for a Sacagawea dollar. This occurred when a blank, golden-colored copper core clad in manganese brass, the composition of the Sacagawea dollar, was fed into a coin press still equipped with dime dies. The resulting coin is a shocking hybrid, the full, crisp design of a Roosevelt dime, but on a large, golden planchet roughly the size of a Susan B. Anthony dollar. This error is not a variety. It is a monumental minting catastrophe. The number of these coins that escape the mint's quality control is believed to be minuscule, with only a handful of specimens confirmed to exist in the collecting community, making it one of the ultimate modern rarities. For the standard 1999 P dime in circulation, value remains at face value. Even in pristine, gem mint state grades, MS67 or MS68, it is a relatively common coin, with values typically ranging from $15 to $75, driven by registry set collectors seeking perfect examples. The market for the error coin, however, exists in a stratosphere all its own. Authentic examples of the 1999 P dime on a Sacagawea dollar planchet are six-figure coins. Public auction records have seen these errors sell for amounts like $144,000 and $156,000, with prices heavily influenced by the specific coin's condition, provenance, and the competitive atmosphere of a major auction. The driver of this value is a powerful combination of extreme rarity, the clear and dramatic nature of the error, and its status as an iconic piece of modern minting history. Any collector pursuing this rarity must operate with extreme caution and diligence. The foremost rule is that authentication is non-negotiable. Due to the coin's high value, counterfeits and altered coins exist. Only examples certified and encapsulated by the top-tier grading services, PCGS or NGC, with explicit attribution of the error, should ever be considered. When examining a raw coin presented as this error, the diagnostics are clear. It must have the precise diameter and weight of a dollar planchet, exhibit the golden color of manganese brass, and display a full, unimpeded dime strike. The sheer weight alone, approximately 8.1 grams for the error versus 2.27 grams for a standard dime, is an immediate tell. Acquiring such a coin is not a matter of searching bank rolls. It is a venture into the highest echelons of the numismatic marketplace. The only realistic avenues are through major auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers, where these coins are offered with full provenance and expert cataloging, or via private treaty sales through a tiny network of elite dealers specializing in major errors. Building a relationship with such a dealer is crucial, as they may have first access if a specimen becomes available. Collectors should immerse themselves in the error coin community, studying past auction listings and certified population reports to fully understand the market before contemplating a purchase of this magnitude. Proper storage for a coin of this caliber is as critical as its authentication. While the grading service slab offers significant protection, the holder itself should be kept in a high-quality, inert safe or safety deposit box, insured for its full appraised value. Environmental stability is key to preserving the unique surface characteristics of the manganese brass planchet, which can develop different tunning patterns than standard clad coinage. Handling should be avoided entirely. Even the slab should be held by its edges to prevent oils from transferring to the plastic and potentially impacting the visual presentation. The appeal of this coin cuts across collector specialties. For the error coin enthusiast, it represents a pinnacle, a king of modern U.S. errors. For the completionist of Roosevelt dimes, it is the ultimate, albeit nearly unattainable, outlier for a comprehensive set. Its story is instantly compelling, a narrative of mechanical failure at the dawn of a new monetary era that resonates with historians and collectors alike. This narrative power, combined with its physical uniqueness, creates a desirability that transcends typical numismatic investment metrics, tapping into the human fascination with monumental mistakes. From an investment perspective, while inherently illiquid due to its price point, the coin's value trajectory has shown remarkable strength. Its rarity is absolute. No new specimens are expected to enter the market, creating a fixed supply against a growing base of advanced collectors and historical institutions that may seek to own it. As wealth enters the collectibles space, and the story of this era becomes more widely known in numismatic circles, the few available examples are likely to remain under intense demand, supporting and potentially increasing their market value over the long term. For the vast majority of collectors who will never own this specific era, the 1999 P-dime still offers a fascinating educational case study. It exemplifies the critical importance of paying attention to the unexpected, the coin that looks or feels wrong. While finding another dollar planchet dime is a lottery-winning level event, the principles it teaches about minting processes, error identification, and market dynamics are invaluable. It encourages a meticulous and questioning approach to every coin examined, a mindset that can lead to other valuable discoveries. It is also worth noting that other, more minor varieties exist for the 1999 P-dime, such as repunched mint marks or minor doubled dies, which can command premiums in the $50 to $500 range for sharply struck examples in high grades. While these are overshadowed by the premier era, They demonstrate that even this common date coin has layers of complexity for the variety hunter. Distinguishing these lesser varieties from the legendary wrong planchet error is a fundamental skill, underscoring the need for focused study and reference materials. In conclusion, the 1999 Roosevelt dime exists in two parallel realities. In one, it is a mass-produced coin of minimal individual consequence. In the other, it is the host for one of the most celebrated and valuable mint errors of the modern age. This duality captures the very essence of coin collecting, the potential for extraordinary discovery within the utterly ordinary. Its significance is rooted in a perfect historical moment, a tangible artifact of a minting mishap that should never have happened. For those who pursue it, the coin represents the ultimate prize in modern era collecting, a piece whose aesthetic is defined by its profound mistake, and whose market value, solidly in the mid-six-figure range, is a testament to the enduring power of rarity and story in determining worth. It is a numismatic legend made of clad and brass, a forever icon of what can escape when the relentless machinery of the mint briefly and spectacularly falters. And with that, we've pulled back the curtain on some of the most incredible and valuable dimes hiding in circulation today. From the doubled dies of the 1960s to the monumental minting errors of the 1990s, the potential for discovery is literally sitting in your pocket. Remember, the key is knowledge, patience, and knowing exactly what to look for. Never clean a coin, always check for mint marks and errors, and when in doubt, get it authenticated. If this journey through hidden treasures sparked your curiosity, you're in the right place. Here at the Rare Coin Gallery, we're dedicated to uncovering the stories and values hidden in everyday coins. We turn history and metal into understanding. So don't let the hunt end here. Dive deeper with us. Subscribe to the Rare Coin Gallery and hit the notification bell so you never miss a breakdown. Because in our next video, we're cracking open the secret world of pennies that are worth a fortune. You won't believe what a single cent can really be worth. Until then, keep checking your change. Your next rare coin is waiting. Thanks for watching the Rare Coin Gallery. Happy collecting.